Welcome back.
Hi.
Part 2. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So we are going to blend into our second installment here by talking through the enrollment checklist. So the enrollment checklist is the tool you'll be using to track your fellows' progress this spring and summer. It is super important as it is the literal steps that your fellows must take to walk successfully onto their campuses for the first day of college. There's a separate enrollment checklist for 2-year and 4-year fellows. No major changes, but definitely something you want your fellow in the right bucket as you're using these. We recommend that you use what we'll call the printable version of the checklist, and we'll show you now. It should be a really simple tracking procedure, even though it looks a little overwhelming to start. It's also going to help you move information from your checklist into GradTrack in the most seamless way possible. So Rachel's walking through how to find this in the curriculum. It's in Unit 8, Lesson 1. And we suggest you click on the printable version and either make a copy of a Google Doc for yourself. Right now you have viewing privileges only. Or if you want to print out a hard copy and keep it on a clipboard in the classroom, that's fine. But you'll see there's space to put each of your fellows' names, their chosen college, and then below that, the action items they need to take each month to successfully enroll into college. Use an X, use your initials. We don't really care.
Whatever works for you. The instructions for how to get to these things are in italics here at the bottom. So if you ever need to go back and read through those slowly, they are right here. You can also ask us, of course. So the second piece is GradTrack. So how do I take this enrollment checklist and then put it into GradTrack like I'll be doing throughout Y3 in each zone? We're going to show you. So for Zone 0, the first thing you'll have to do is indicate each fellow's choice of college. So this is how you officially communicate to one goal what college your fellow has chosen after you've had the fit and financial discussion with their family. So the goal here is that 100% of fellows will have an intended college in GradTrack by May 8th.
Which is soon we know, but please.
You can do it.
You can do it.
So by May 8th, because the first text message that goes out with a fellow name and the college attached, like, "Hi, Molly, are you excited to go to DePauw University in the fall?" That comes up right after that. So that's why May 8th is the deadline, so that it doesn't go, "Hi, Molly, are you excited to go to insert your college name here?"
We can make changes later if we need to, but please work towards that goal of May 8th.
Fabulous. So again, the instructions are down here. We're going to show you how you tell us what college a fellow has chosen. So if I'm going to GradTrack, you can go through salesforce.com. And now usually it takes you to your dashboard or to your home, where you'll see your circle be filled, your donut, if you will, for intended college right here as you're filling them out.
Right now, Rachel signed in as one of her PDs, Jen Robin from Uplift in Chicago, and we're going to use her dashboard since it looks more like yours.
So if I'm Jen, I want to indicate what college my fellows have chosen. I'm going to go click on Y3 zones here at the top blue part. I'm going to choose Y2 summer supports down here on this drop box and click go. And then I'm going to choose my fellow.
You'll see your whole cohort. Yay!
So let's say that Chris Cannon is ready to choose. What did I just do? Next to blank for college university, you're just going to double click here in the space and type in part of the school. So let's say that Chris Cannon is going to choose University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. So type in part of the school name, then choose the correct school, click on it, and click Save. And wait patiently. Then the second step is to do why enroll at this college. Much like the confidence is, there's a drop-down box. Choose the primary reason.
We know there's lots of reasons. Just pick the main one.
The major one. So we're going to say that he wasn't accepted into other colleges, so he chose this school by default.
It was his best option.
Best option. That's not true, but we're just going to click it. So we click Save, and then if you wanted to make any notes, there's space to do that here. So once Chris has a college associated with him in his Y3 zone, he'll be able to start working towards that enrollment checklist.
Great. Thanks, Rachel.
Great. So again, those instructions are right here if you need those again a little bit slower.
All right. So the other piece of grad track that we want to share with you guys today, as it will start happening perhaps tomorrow, are the steps to success. So this is language from Y3 based on the enrollment checklist. So what the steps to success are the items from your enrollment checklist / zone 0 that will be entered into grad track for tracking and analysis, exactly how you will monitor your fellows throughout Y3. Every month from this point until your fellows actually enroll in the fall, we will have two big goals for you. The first is that 90% of your fellows each month will have had at least 2 points of contact or check-ins with you using the Zone 0 action items as a guide for those conversations. Our other goal for you is that between now and enrollment, every month, 80% of your fellows will have completed at least half of the Zone 0 action items that are mapped out for that particular month.
There's going to be lots of new stuff on your dashboard. Don't worry about it too much for right now. It is toward the bottom if you're curious, though. So I'll show you how to do this again, and the steps are still here. So once my fellow starts doing steps to success, which are the same as the enrollment checklist here that you got from the wiki, from the curriculum. So I want to tell Wongol and GradTrack that Kayla has officially accepted her admissions offer. So, or I guess I could do Chris Cannon. Oh well.
Let's do Chris Cannon. Okay. We walked through Chris Cannon before.
Say I want to do Chris Cannon. Has accepted officially. He submitted the letter, and he showed it to me, his letter of intent for University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. I'm going to go to Steps to Success, and I'm going to go to Zone 0.1 because we're in the first month, which we'll explain later, but these are the first steps. So Chris has accepted his admission offer. So I am going to click Yes. And save. And I can comment, I can put a date there if I'd like. If I told him to access his college student account to confirm that he has gotten, to accept his financial aid award letter and he hasn't done it yet, I might click no and then click save and then comment talked 420 and will do by 421 as a tracker for myself of our next actions.
And you'll see on this page that once a student has an intended college in the Y3 zone up there, that same student transfers over to Steps to Success. So even though Jen has a full cohort, there's only 3 of her students who have identified their college, and so only 3 of them are showing up here right now.
Great. So the last part here are that we've broken it down into mini zones, which Molly will explain while I show you.
All right, so Zone 0 is a pretty big thing in that it lasts from now through the end of the summer. And so we've broken it up into smaller segments to help you better manage what you're checking in with your fellows about and what items are most important to accomplish in a given month. So in order to get through the zones, Zone 0.1 is April, Zone 0.2 is May, 0.3 is June, 0.4 is July through mid-August? Mid-August.
Because that's when Zone 1 starts. So to make it more manageable, because look, there's a lot of things happening here. So when you have every fellow with a college choice, it'll be a little busy. So when you're done with April, you'll go to May, which is Zone 0.2, and you'll see there's slightly less items, but still your fellows who have a college are populating here. And these are the items that you should be working on in those months. They are structured by importance and by the deadline that they should be completed. Great.
All right.
So your homework to practice this.
We're here if you need help.
Yes, definitely. So your homework to practice this is to complete 2 to 3 fellows chosen colleges in Y3 zone, Y2 summer support list view. The link's here too. We made it easy for you. And the advanced option is to complete those fellow steps to success items for officially accept admissions offer once they've done so.
Cool. So in closing, in addition to what Rachel shared with your homework, we have a couple of next steps for you to keep in mind. 100% of your fellows going to 4-year schools must input their financial aid packages for their chosen schools using the form, which is linked through this PowerPoint.
Also want to make sure 100% of fellows thoroughly complete the fellow contact information form by May 4th so that when the texts go, they're going to the right cell phone number and that we have everything we need to make sure they're good to go.
This is something we're going to email to you and your fellows when we're done with this webinar. All right. Please also, as part of your homework, complete your webinar feedback survey. It's in this email that you're receiving the webinar as part of. It will take you 60 seconds max.
And please complete your webinar homework and get those 100% of college choice in by May 8th. Here's your homework reminder again.
And if you have any questions, let us know.